Hello everyone, welcome to another video of our channel, and today we're going to talk about the Red Room glitch from Korea. And today we're going to specifically talk about an event that occurred at the very end of a sophomore semester in the North Gyeongsang province, specifically with the agricultural region of Kabuk. This wasn't like a study center where it was with standing cabinets. No, it is not. It is involving with a really scary thing that are geographically isolated, where it occurs in the agricultural areas of the North Gyeongsang province, where it happened to a story called The Blogger at the two-story house building in Korea. I know it's really chilling and dramatic. Well, what else happened? This story is one of the most famous Korean legends, urban legends, that are really making tons of music, videos and movies and comics and all kinds of stuff inspired by this. Well, first of all, before we get into the story, location is everything. Where this case can prove location is everything in horror genre. Our primary witness lived near at a very prominent New Place University in the heart of Gyeongbuk. You know the vibe of these specific Korean college towns. A bustling student district with known bars, 24-hour PC internet cafes, photocopy shops where students rush to pay assignments, and best of all, food restaurants where they offer spicy rice cakes or tteokbokki and fried chicken, my favorite. And out of all this, a person are isolated, called the blogger, what we call. He lived in a two-story apartment where it is a 20-minute walk from the university, and the 20-minute walk is literally a path that you have to walk between two farmlands, between the two farmlands, and the only thing you can see or heard is either dim lights and darkness and footsteps, and plus the dry rustle of the cornfields. The isolation was profound. The nearest neighbor was far enough that a scream would be simply swallowed by the massive darkness of the North Gyeongsang province hills. Now, as a college student, he lives in an apartment, a typical one-room structure of man in rural Korea, and his unit was an absolute terminus of a long, narrow corridor that have a 90 degree blind corner entrance. Better wooden there best to understand. Anyways, our 90-degree blind corner where you to enter the house, climb to the second floor, and you go into the corner, and you can see a house with full views of the countryside and the country career. And so he was isolated, and then after that he simply did something more. First of all, he decided to watch a movie to fight against the isolation. So at this particular night, he decided to watch and download a movie called Shutter, released in 2004 at Thailand, where he watched and stayed up until 2:30 a.m. in the morning. He got so scared, and every natural creature of the building's floorboard sounded like a delivering approaching footstep. Despite the fear, he can't go to sleep, so he decided to call someone. The first person is his girlfriend. So they engage in 30 minutes of random things of conversation to kind of talk about exams, future plans, and daily life that anchors you back to the reality of the scary environment in the movie. And the second they hung up, the silence rushed back into the room again, so he decided to reach out one last lifeline. His friend Byung, who was a frequent guest at his house, but after the blogger invited him to come to his house, he says no, because he was in downtown Korea drinking with some food and alcohol, so he declined the invite. Now, the blogger was now officially helplessly in the dark, in the scary dark at 3 a.m. And around 3:30 a.m., he was finally drifting into a sleep, a shallow sleep, and suddenly a violent metallic knocking roared at his door that sounded like this. Bang, bang, bang. He was startled and deeply annoyed. Who would travel those far miles to reach his door at this hour? In the morning, so he ignored it for the 5 minutes, praying a bit of relief. But the knocking was really unnatural and persistent and mechanical. So finally, fueled by a mix of fear and irritation, he shouted towards the door in broken English or Korean, whatever, and he says, "Who is it?" And there was no immediate answer, strangely, but just one more knocking. But then a voice came out saying, "Brother, it's me, Byung." The blogger felt an emergent surge of relief, where his friend actually comes. So he, fueled by the relief, he just went and opened the door, shouting back, "Hey kid, time to think. Why are you in here right now? Do you want to die?" But as soon as is the moment where it came that the horror had come undeniably from physical to psychological. The blogger has depicted the infection was literally the exactly same thing, even with the syllables, the gaps, and it's just super unnatural. And it was on human being because it was soothing. It's like somebody playing like a tape recorder for his friends was over and over again. And so he asked another question to testify, saying, "Where did you drink? Where did you drink before coming to here?" Like something question like that, but we strictly says, "Brother, it's me, Bonjour, again." And so he literally started going backwards and going chill. As he pairs it with his background of the chill. And so something was really mimicking his friend. Just like the tape recorder doing over and over and shortly after suffocating evil or scary laugh, like either male or female began to psychosis to but the blogger really felt really terrified when he swung a crazy idea. A kitchenette, but that's always not. Killing something. So he went outside and streamed. Nobody was there. So after getting back, he dropped the knife, sit there until just a scream from the corner, and the real Byung Cheol at this point came to the blocker panic test and rushes over, looking up from below, saying to him at the second floor, as the soldier's sentence, "My friend, I saw your room at 2 a.m. Literally a blood red, unnaturally red, shining through your house." And seeing this, the brother says, "Oh my God, this is so scary. I didn't see anything." And after that, when he goes up to check what's wrong with the house, he saw a second film scene that's terrifying. I'm literally gonna go see it, by the way. That he saw a floating head, pretty right, just the head floating with long hair, just like this. So you imagine like this moving down here, scary, and so he screamed and came running down, where he is too traumatized to think about it. And after that, the friend says, "You're gonna know out." A month later or something, after doing that, he safely. Well, that's the story. Well, here's the conclusion. The conclusion is the Kumbu incident is a fascinating case of what we called a ghost story, but it's maybe an system error in our reality. If you think about it, the intended is just a spirit. It's something more supernatural. Why was the voice coming from the ceiling when the blogger literally puts the ear onto the door, listening? And also, why the voice is literally the same, and it doesn't talk in the video. It's literally like the thing, and also what's the so blocker itself, he is in it, but he saw nothing of red light. But the friend Buncho, he saw it, and he's something really strange outside. So how is that? Well, that's the most chilling part, is he finds a head floating, where is a part of human identity traumatized terror. The blogger was literally primed by his fear of the movie, acting as a beacon of the analogy. If he had stepped out at 4 a.m., he might have walked into a world that doesn't exist in any other map, where the ghost, the floating head, could take him, or literally control your mind. So, if any of you guys came across this situation, remember this: do not open the door at 3 a.m. if you see your voice. That sounds like a tape recorder that's literally the same. Well, that's my advice for you guys. Well, in conclusion, what do you guys think? Do you think it's just a ghost, or something even more interesting, bigger story? Well, let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye bye.